Now it's time to convert the 2D geometry for the display case into 3D geometry. Before we begin, to make things easier to see, we'll apply some colors to the current 2D geometry. Press the X key to activate the selection tool and select the smallest polyline if it's not already highlighted. Next, click the solid fill color box and select any shade of green to apply to the polyline. Now, select the next closest polyline and apply a shade of blue. Continue in sequential order with the polylines and apply any shade of the following colors in order: red, dark gray, and then light gray. If this display were to remain in 2D, the visual representation seen here would be fine. However, in 3D, we're going to need to apply a different thickness for each colored polyline. For this reason, we cannot have the polylines overlapping each other. So next, we'll clip the polylines to remove any unneeded or hidden geometry. Hold the Shift key and select the two largest polylines, light gray and dark gray. Then go to Modify, Clip Surface. The Clip Surface command trims the bottom object in a selection so that any areas overlapped by the top object are cut out of it. To see how the dark gray polyline was clipped from the light gray polyline, click and drag the light gray polyline to the left. Then press Command Z or Control Z to undo. Now hold the Shift key and select the dark gray polyline and the red polyline. Then go to Modify, Clip Surface. Next, hold Shift and select the red polyline and the blue polyline. Instead of using the menu command, right-click on the red polyline and choose Clip Surface. One last time, hold Shift and select the blue polyline and the green polyline. Right-click on the blue one and choose Clip Surface. Now each polyline has its own defined space without any overlapping. Now we can begin creating the 3D geometry. Select the light gray polyline and go to Model, Extrude. In the Create Extrude dialog box, set the extrusion field to 1/8 of an inch and then click OK. Next, select the green polyline and go to Model, Extrude. This time, set the extrusion field to 1 mm and then click OK. Select the blue polyline and use the keyboard shortcut Command E or Control E to extrude the polyline. Input 1.5 mm in the extrusion field and click OK. Now extrude the two remaining polylines. Extrude the red polyline 2 mm and the dark gray polyline 2.5 mm. Now let's see the display in a rendered 3D view. Tap the X key twice to deselect all objects. Then press the Fit to Objects button in the view bar to fit the view to the whole screen. Go to the Standard Views drop-down menu and choose Left Isometric. Use the Zoom tool and draw a marquee around one of the display corners. To render this view, go to View, Rendering, and OpenGL. You can also improve the quality of the rendering by going to View, Rendering, OpenGL Options. Change the Detail drop-down menu to High and check the option Use Anti-Aliasing, and click OK. You should notice the rounded edges appear much smoother.